Hi parents, Amanda Fugate here. So in this video I wanted to cover pre-K. Now pre-K, from what I've gathered working in it, is very much as kindergarten used to be, which means that it's mastering a set of skills. The first thing that they're working on is teamwork. Are they using please? Are they using thank you? Are they helping each other? Are they taking turns? Are they sharing, showing kindness and caring? Stickers are a great reward for this when you catch them and just making a big deal out of it. They love that. Their eyes light up. Second thing is following directions. I know with a lot of these classrooms, when they come in, the students have magnets, and the magnets have their name on them. And they also may have their picture on them, or a picture of an animal or some other object. And the student comes in and they take that magnet and they move it from the side into the box to show that they're there in school. So it's picking up the directions that they know that they have to check in the morning, and it's also being able to identify that. And then they usually go to their cubby and they put their stuff away and make sure that they have their stuff in the correct cubby. So again, being able to identify their cubby. When they're working on a project and it's time to clean up, do they clean up? Do they share? Do they help each other out? Do they come to the carpet when they're asked to come to the carpet? So it's a skill of following directions. Third thing would be letter picture recognition. They might have a book with an A, and then right next to an A, a picture of an apple. So they're identifying that A sound with the apple. So letter picture recognition, telling stories through pictures. During reading time, when they go and they sit on the carpet by themselves with their book, it's generally a picture book. Unless they're more advanced and they can read already, it's generally that picture book where they're looking through it and they're telling the story or trying to figure out what happened in the story through the pictures, through the sequence of events that they're seeing. Next thing is counting. Generally, I've experienced that it's usually counting up to 10, might be up to 20. Counting forward, sometimes they're learning to count backwards, using little objects, like maybe if you have the little plastic animals, so maybe the giraffe and the pig and the goat or whatever, and they count and they learn to count with those or count backwards with those. Next thing would be science. They might be doing something like going outside and picking up leaves that they're going to use later on for their art project. When they come in, they might take those leaves and they might have a stencil of a tree. I know with pre-K, a lot of times it's better to pre-cut out a lot of things and then just leave them a few things to cut out because again, they're learning that fine motor skill, so it takes them a long time. So if you give them just one thing that's maybe big and they have to just practice cutting on it, that tends to work really well, and then everything else is pre-cut out. So you might have a tree trunk pre-cut out where they have to glue it, where they work with their either the Elmer's glue or the glue stick, and they have to be able to put it on there and put it onto their paper and then glue their leaf on there or tape their leaf on there. So that would incorporate the science with the art. Theme teaching is fantastic in pre-K because what that is that's taking like one subject and you're interspersing it in multiple areas. So like I mentioned with the leaves, that's going to count as science. That also counts as art. If they tell a story with it, you can use that to count toward reading. Being able to identify things. Next thing would be physical. Are they getting a lot of playtime or enough playtime? Are they sharing with each other outside? Are they sharing equipment? Are they taking turns? Are they being kind to each other? Those kinds of things. And getting that physical activity where they're getting their bodies moving. Especially with the little ones, I know I taught a lot of kindergarten this past year, and and with the pre-K the previous year, where those little ones, they have to move around a lot. They just have so much energy, so you're giving them that time to move around. And again, with art, they're working with the fine motor skills, the cutting, the pasting, um, and maybe identifying things, putting things in order, 1, 2, 3. And that is pretty much it. So I hope that this helps.